So recently, some more Street Fighter 6 footage came out. We got to see a little bit more of Kimberly and Juri. Capcom had hosted a showcase, so they gave us a little taste of the characters, and we got to see a little more of the personalities and just everything that's showing up about these characters. I just immediately love. Everything's great. Everything just grabs me. I'm just so sucked in. The characters have a lot of character, a lot of um, um, emotions, a lot of just different little cool things to them that make them all different and stand out, and they're just brimming with their own just uniqueness, right? That we haven't seen in Street Fighter for quite a while. So far, every time I look at this game, it just seems like Capcom is just having fun, right? Everything is just oozing creativity and just different and variety, and it's just all looking really good at the moment. Every time I look at this game, I just get more and more impressed, and I get more and more impatient as I can't wait to play this. Um, as I said before, they released this footage, and we got to see Kimberly and Juri. Now, it wasn't in the hands of professional players or anything. It was just mainly the Capcom devs, kind of just showcasing the characters a little bit more, getting to see some of their normal attacks and a few supers here and there. So they said nothing amazing. If you're looking for like crazy in-depth gameplay with combos and stuff to make the characters look really good, this wasn't the place and time for it. But in any case, I still did appreciate it. I loved what they showed, and it just makes me excited. Everything about this game just, looks great, and I just can't get enough. And right off the bat, they showed us the character select screen, and immediately I was just enamored and caught up, right? Previously, when I spoke about Kimberly and Jury, especially Kimberly, I mentioned about I just loved her character. I loved what they did with her. I loved her bright, cheery attitude, and I love how she's just brimming with just so much character, right? I know I keep saying that, but this is the case, it's the truth, right? She just stands out compared to a lot of the other characters, and just in general, what Capcom has done in the previous Street Fighter games. Street Fighter has always been kind of a bare bones fighting game, if we're being honest, compared to the other fighting games out there, right? If you compare it to the competition, it is very dry and bare bones. You look at characters like from the Tekken series, from Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, Dead or Alive. Those characters seem to stand out and have a lot more flair. Heck, even King of Fighters, which is Capcom's like, I guess you could say, direct competitor, seeing as they make similar games to Capcom. Their characters seem to really stand out and have a lot of personality. Whereas the Capcom fighters, not really so much, right? You've got Ryu, who's just your bland, generic, martial arts man, which is cool. It's fine. I love Ryu. He's still one of my favorite characters, but he doesn't really stand out in terms of like doing anything or being different. Chun Li is same thing, right? She's a cool character. Again, one of my favorites. I love her, but also really dig deep into the character. She's pretty just vanilla, right? Nothing really stands out about her as well. Same thing with Guile, and you see my point. You can kind of just go down the list, and there's so many characters that kind of just there. For you to really find anything interesting, you got to go to the very obscure characters, which obscure characters tend to always be the more interesting ones. But I feel like in Street Fighter, it's really bad, right? You got to go to like the Blancas, the Dans, the Sakuras, like the really out off the wall characters, the Armikas, to find any sort of personality or any sort of fun. Um, the characters all kind of are stoic. They just look. They just haven't moved, right? I've spoken about this before, and my biggest beef with Street Fighter is I feel like the characters don't progress in their overall story and in their thought process, right? They do the exact same things, look the exact same way, and it can come across a little boring. Well, Street Fighter 6 is definitely kicking that table over and completely reimagining the Street Fighter characters and what they do and how you think of them. Right out the bat, right away, you can already see that, like I said, this game is brimming with positivity and just personality. Just looking at the character select screen, you see the characters are very different. You just from the little bit of seeing them in this character select screen, you get a sense of who they are, right? Their character, their attitude, their personality, it all just leaps off at you. Like right away, you get to see Kimberly just hanging upside down, which I just love, and you notice that okay, she's a ninja girl and she's a happy, energetic girl. And then as she flips down, when you pick her, she's kind of just bobbing her head with the beat, with the music, while doing a cool ninja pose, and you just immediately get it. You get it. Okay, she's the spunky ninja girl on the scene, right? You immediately understand, and you like it. Like when I watch her, a smile comes to my face because I just enjoy how happy the character is and how just outside of the typical Street Fighter mold she is, right? She really breaks the barrier for what Capcom normally does for their characters, especially for a new character. So even Juri, seeing her standing on top of a tire, which is also very different and cool. I wonder, of course, if they had her stay on top of that tire for the feet fetish people, because again, people like looking at Juri's feet, at least the people who do like feet. And so I do wonder if they kind of had her placed there so that way her feet were visible for those fans. I wouldn't put it past them. I do know when they were asked in the interview, they said that no, they just did it because they thought it would be cool, which could very well be true. I mean, at this point, they're just trying to be hip and do things that kind of stand out. And so maybe they just thought, hey, you know what? Let's have her sit on top of a tire. That's different. I mean, we have Chun Li sitting on a suitcase, a briefcase, whatever, which is just a throwback to a picture that was drawn of her, I think, by Kinu Nishimura. But just awesome stuff. And then, of course, we saw the versus screen with Kimberly and Juri. We've seen that before, where they're walking up, and Juri, it's almost like she's taunting you the whole way, kind of looking at you, scowling at you. While Kimberly's, her bubbly, happy self, bouncing all over the place. And then it looks like she even jumps out of frame, out of the camera, and has to jump back into the camera. So I thought that was really cute. And then, yeah, we saw the characters fight. We saw some normals, some new animations, especially for Juri's idol poses. I like the little touches they added to her idol pose on her feet and how she moves it up and down. Moveset wise, again, I'm not really a big Juri player, but she definitely looks like her Street Fighter V counterpart, which is like not a bad thing. But I also saw some elements from Street Fighter 4, so I know people will be happy about that. And Kimberly looks very much like Guy's apprentice, right? You see a lot of Guy in her, but also a little bit of Zeku, which is understandable because they are Bushi and Ryu. But you also see it mixed in with her own little flair, which I absolutely love. They showed a little bit of her spray cans, how she can kind of charge them up like kunai and then throw them on the ground, which is very similar to what Ibuki did in Street Fighter V, which leads me to wonder if Ibuki is going to be in Street Fighter V, seeing how Kimberly seems to kind of occupy her spot, the teenage or college, happy ninja girl. There is still room for Ibuki, as again, this game is taking place after Street Fighter 3, and Ibuki wouldn't be a teenager anymore. She would be a full-fledged woman. So, maybe Kimberly's just taking Ibuki's old spot, and Ibuki can occupy a new spot. So, I hope so, because Ibuki is a fan favorite, and I definitely like her. But, yeah, they just showed some of Kimberly's moves as well, some more of her animations. I love too when she wins, she kind of runs into the foreground and zooms back in, and kind of is happy and does a guts pose. Everything about it is just cool. I just enjoy the fun that they seem to be having. I think Street Fighter V was so the opposite. It was so boxed in, and it was just made by committee. It was very dry. Again, I don't mind Street Fighter Five. It's definitely I've appreciated it as the years have gone by. I definitely did not like the game when it first came out, but as I've played it more and more, and as the years have gone, and all the updates and patches have come through, the game is much better, and I actually do enjoy Street Fighter Five a little bit. But still, I'm so happy that they're making a clean break from it. And every time they show a vid, it just reminds me of how much Street Fighter Five was so bland and boring. Sorry, and just how much Six looks so great. It's why every time a vid comes out, I just feel compelled to speak about it because I love what I'm seeing. So I definitely want them to show more. I'm hungry for more. I know the Tokyo Game Show is coming up, so Capcom has already teased that they have something big planned for Street Fighter. So we'll be seeing a new trailer. Also, it's going to be, I think, a new character trailer. They're going to talk more about the World Tour mode, the single player mode. In other words, there's going to be a lot of info coming out from Tokyo Game Show, which is, I believe, Capcom's event is what, the 15th or 16th? I forget exactly when. Maybe the 17th. I have to check. But their event is definitely going to be loaded with Street Fighter goodies, and I absolutely cannot wait. Hopefully, we get a new character trailer. I mean, we probably will, but hopefully, it's like a cool one. Hopefully, we get to see what's going on with Ken, as there's been much speculation about this man's future. So I cannot wait for Tokyo Game Show. It needs to happen right away. I need to see more of this game. I need to see this new updated build because we've been seeing the same builds for quite some time with the Ryu, Chun-Li, Jamie, and Luke, and now we're gonna get the build of Kimberly, Juri, and Guile added to it. And people forget Guile, right? Guile was kind of revealed, and people just seem to forget. But he also looks great, so it's gonna be awesome seeing Guile move around and playing, and just like I said, seeing the updated build. I do know that now there should be like damage, battle damage to the characters after rounds, so it'll be cool seeing that. Well, if they kept it, because I know they showed it in a previous vid, but things changed. They might have removed it. Either way, it's gonna be an updated build, and I'm excited for it. And the game is looking great so far. Everything they're doing seems to be really pleasing me and satisfying my needs. I'm okay with the music. I know some people aren't, which is fine. Again, everyone has their own tastes, but the music definitely is fine with me, with the exception maybe one or two songs. I like everything I'm hearing. Visually, the game looks great. I love the graphics, love the animations, love the colors. Um, I love the movement of the game. Like, there's really nothing at the moment that I'm seeing that I'm going like, it all looks fantastic. And I just hope it keeps going. Street Fighter right now is on a upward trajectory, and it just seems like it can't do any wrong. So, yeah, keep it up, Capcom. Let's see more characters, see more stuff. Let's see this World Tour mode. I hope it's really good. I hope it is good, please. I think it's gonna be good, but we've had our hopes dashed before, right? Sometimes it's not wise to get too excited because you expect so much and then you are presented with such a letdown. So I'm trying to temper my expectations, but I'm hoping it's great. I'm hoping that it's in addition to like a story mode, right? I don't want it to be just the one place where we find out the story, but I'm just hoping it's some sort of addition to it, or just a whole separate mode. Either way, this game is looking great. I wanted to get my thoughts on because the video we just saw with Kimberly and Juri had me very excited, and I just wanted to go ahead and express myself. So, as always, I'm gonna be doing more of these kind of vids when Street Fighter 6 vids come out because I just want to get my thoughts out, and also I want to just bring awareness. I want people to know about this game. I want people to go and purchase this game and try this game. I know I have a small fan base. I mean, I'm a new YouTuber, but still, I still want to let my subscribers and people who watch know about it because I love Street Fighter and I want to thrive and survive. So the more heads, the more people I can reach and see, the more people I can maybe convince to give Street Fighter a try, and then the series will live on, right? And we'll see potentially more Street Fighter games or even just more Capcom fighting games, right? Or other old Capcom franchises come back. So definitely stick around watching for that. As I didn't say before, but as always, guys, if you are into this Capcom stuff, please, I'd be appreciative if you went ahead and subscribed. It would really mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. And for the people who are watching my vids right now, especially I know that Street Fighter 3 vid I just put out that people seem to be watching, thank you so much for that. And as always, guys, take care and have a wonderful day.